with Super Scam 2000, David Chen.
Okay, in the next 7 minutes, I'm going to reveal how an incompetent dimwit accidentally stumbled across a secret, a hush-hush way to make $500 on YouTube every single month without lifting a finger or touching a key on the keyboard. Have I got your attention? Now, who's heard of YouTube? Hands up, show of hands, who's heard of YouTube? I'll be flabbergasted if you haven't heard of YouTube. Now, who's been on YouTube in the last week or so? Alright, I think we all have. It's just become a part of our lives, right? Now, who's ever made a dime or a cent or a dollar on YouTube? No one? I guess I'm the lucky one because I am that dimwit. I actually made $531, I believe, last calendar month on YouTube without lifting a single finger. In fact, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to pass this around as evidence. As evidence that that is exactly what I made. In fact, that's circled in the red. Now, let me just, who could do with $500 more every single month? Hands up. Think about it. Who can't, right? You can take your wife out on the town a couple of times. You can buy some, a few new pairs of shoes. You can go shop online. Come on, if you really hate money, you can, I guess, donate it to the Frozen Ark project. And in 2 months' time, you could save a whole species.
You could.
Right? Think about it. What could you do with $500 more? How much less stress would that put on your life? Now, who's heard of this idea called passive income? Yeah, right? The idea that, hey, I could live the dream life. I could actually sleep or go on holidays and actually make money. Who believes that's true? Yeah. Well, this is another way of actually making passive income on YouTube. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I do that in a moment. Okay. So, let me just, I have to warn you, this is not a pyramid scheme. This is not me going around trying to sell nutritional products like Amway, like so many of us have been approached, right? How many people have been approached by Amway? This is not anything like that, nothing to do with multi-level marketing programs, nothing to do with having to be all pumped up and have to sign people up like reps, like one after another, and you don't make any money until you sign them up. Not like that. And these are not a bunch of outdated strategies to make money on the internet from 10 years ago, because they're just rubbish now. Let me tell you what this is exactly. This is a legitimate, legal way of actually capitalizing on the massive revenue that Google generates every single second of the day. Actually, I think they made something in the range of a couple of $1 billion last year. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll have to double check on that. But they just make an insane amount of money, and they want you guys, every single one of you guys, to actually tap into that. And here's why. Because they have too many advertisers and they don't have enough platform, enough media to actually put the advertising on. So, here is how I made over $500 on YouTube last month. Here's what I did. Many months ago, I was, surfing YouTube. I uploaded some of my own YouTube videos, and I didn't think much of it. So I left them there, and a month down the track, I suddenly got an email from YouTube. Dear David, would you like to be an advertising partner? You can have a share of the revenue. Oh, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad. Yes. Okay, and suddenly I made my first dollar. Hooray! First dollar on the internet. Who would be happy with that, by the way? Absolutely. Now, here's the problem. It was only $1. What can you do with $1? They're not even going to send you out a check for $1. So, here's what I did. I did some research. I spent weeks and months doing some research, and finally I found the one secret source. The one thing that exploded my YouTube channel. I'm not going to tell you what that is yet. But that one secret source, in fact, multiplied the views on my YouTube channel. It went from hundreds of views per day to tens of thousands. Now, obviously, you probably know this. The more views, the more profit, right? That That's how I'm able to, in fact, who's got that piece of paper right now? It's right there. In fact, Peter, could you read out to me what the number next to the earned so far today, the number that is next to, right up the top.
Today so far, $100.53.
Thank you. Oh, that was quick. Okay, so I don't have enough time to actually tell exactly how I did it step by step, but here's what I've done. I've included it all in my new program. It's called Free YouTube Money. Free YouTube Money. I'm going to walk you through, in this program, step by step, in the 5 modules, step by step, how I find YouTube videos on the internet, how I find viral videos to actually make you profit. I'm going to walk you through how to own your own monopoly of YouTube videos, channels, and websites. And that's kind of like owning a whole row of red hotels on the YouTube, on the monopoly board. Now, who wouldn't be excited about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm also going to tell you what the secret sauce is, so that you can apply it to every single YouTube channel that you have. Now, here's the thing. I've consulted with some of my friends, and they said, you know what? You shouldn't give that away. You should sell it. You could probably sell that for a few $100. I mean, think about it. How much would you pay if you could make $500 a month? You probably, any sane person would probably spend $200 maybe, but I'm going to reveal the price at the end. But before that, you probably have a few questions about, is this legitimate? Am I really selling a scam? Well, here is my answer to that. The strategies that I teach in my course will work for anyone who knows how to use the internet, anyone who knows how to use YouTube. They'll work as consistently as the law of gravity, which means if you use them, if you apply them, they'll work for you. If you don't, they won't. In fact, I taught a 15-year-old this just the other week, and he applied the strategies exactly as I told him, and he just made his first dollar. So, here's what I'm going to do for you. I want to give you guys a copy of all these strategies that I have, and I want you to go home, examine them, critique them, and put them to use. And after 30 days, I want you to ask yourself this question. Have you received all the benefits and have I fulfilled all my promises? And if the answer isn't a hell yes, I want you to ask for your money back. Now, because the red light is on, here's what we're going to do. I want you guys to put your hand up if you're willing to pay $7 for this program. Keep your hand up if you're willing to pay, let's say, $27 for this program. Keep your hand up if you're willing to pay $47. $97? $197? Is it worth $197?